I can't believe I used to think that I might not want to have kids. And it was a time when I was just scared that I would ever be able to make it, in a sense, and ever... There was a time when I was like, am I ever going to pay off my student loans? Cutie. Sorry, Max. I don't totally get it, but I love that you love it. Photo of like when we first met. Aqui vem un café de bébé. Hi, Max. Yeah, sorry about the coffee grinder earlier.
Thank you, my love.
Oh, Helena. Okay, still cute. Good. Oh, this guy's 3-0 now. Cuties.
My love. Oh my god. 69 Michelin star restaurant. Oh, I love you so much. Thank you.
I am the Saiyan Prince.
Dad made some bread for us.
Oh, nice.
They'll probably drop it off like tomorrow, no, early, later tonight, I think. Well, and then, well, frankly, yeah, the bread just didn't fit in the Tupperware. So I guess
Does the bread count? If it does.
the bread definitely counts.
Do you think we're in the frame?
Wow, she's cute. She was in this little nook right here under my chin. We talk about the difference in knowing things experientially versus intellectually. Oh, I bet it's nice to have a newborn baby and be cuddly with them and stuff. And then actually having the newborn baby and being cuddly with them and stuff. It really is the best. I can't believe I used to think that I might not want to have kids. And it was a time when I was just scared that I would ever be able to make it, in a sense, and ever... There was a time when I was like, am I ever going to pay off my student loans? I started my grown-up life, moving to New York, $50,000 in debt, making $69,000 a year, true story, paying too much in rent, only paying the interest on those loans, wasn't even touching the principal. I was watching some old videos of myself when I was still an international tax consultant at KPMG. It was just at the point where I knew I wanted to make a career change into software sales or tech sales. And
I'm going to leave my job. I mean, I'm really focused on having something lined up for the end of March. That's my goal. So I need to say that out loud, and it needs to scare the shit out of me and motivate me. So I need to say it.
A couple highlights from these old videos. I mean, I'm there like saying, okay, and then, you know, I'm making this video for me.
Probably just talking to myself here.
It's a personal vlog.
This is a personal vlog
I'm just documenting
for this massive change.
I'm excited about everything, but I also have no idea how I'm gonna make it happen and pull it off. And I'm saying,
Remember this, Trevor. You gotta love the process, and you gotta just keep taking one step at a time. Look at the giant staircase. It's a huge staircase. Keep it in mind, that's your big goal, but you don't get to the top by staring at the top and thinking about getting to the top step. You get to the top by taking the one little step in front of you. Do something every day. It'll add up. Be patient, but take action. But be patient.
I know that I could be and do more. So I remembered all that, and I knew there was something else that I could do. And I'm just looking back at these videos and seeing myself and showing my wife and talking about it with her. And she's watched it. She's like, oh my God, you like, look at you. And you did exactly all the things that you were talking about in this video. It was the coolest thing. It really was the coolest thing. And then I'm looking at my daughter this morning and thinking about that analogy to a baby learning to walk. And right now she's not even thinking about walking. She's not really thinking about anything. She's 4 days old. And we know there's gonna come a time where she's gonna gonna learn to walk. You're starting to see the analogy here, but stay with me. It goes deep. It goes deep, this analogy of the baby learning to walk, because the baby, they know this is what's next, but it's not like anyone told them, hey, you're gonna need to learn to walk, baby. They know it's what's next, and they start going for it. You also know that they're not thinking about, are they ever gonna make it? Are they ever gonna be able to learn to walk? And what if they don't? And, you know, are they embarrassed about all the times they fall down and they feel like, maybe this just isn't for me. Maybe I'm never going to learn to walk. You know, they're not thinking about any of that stuff, obviously. So imagine yourself being like that. Imagine yourself going for that thing, just letting yourself know, I know this is what's next. I know this is what I'm meant to be doing. I know I'm meant to be living inside of a fit, healthy body with more muscle and less fat that I love. I know I'm meant to be more loving and grateful for everything in my life. And I know that I need to train my brain through meditation. I need to find ways to do all these things. This baby isn't thinking about the fact that it's going to try to learn to walk. And what if it fails? What if it can't do it? And then all the while, and I got to wrap this up. We got to work out on here because we got to get back to the wife and the baby. The other really important thing is the baby's got the two most important people to the baby in the world. It's got its parents rooting and cheering for it all the time. And every time the baby even tries to take a step, what are we doing? We're smiling and cheering and clapping. It isn't fucking cheesy. This is the realest thing you could imagine. This analogy to you, when you're a baby, everyone's always talking about how anything's possible for you. You can do anything you want. You could be anything you want. Where does that go when we grow up and when we're adults? Why don't we believe in ourselves and each other as adults as we do with babies? We believe in the baby that it's going to learn to walk. She's going to learn to walk. And we're cheering her on every time she even tries. She has nothing but love and support. So imagine if you can give that to yourself, if you have at least a couple people close to you, or if you have me, I'll tell you, I'll give it to you. And you have all of my love and support for whatever that thing that you truly want to do, that you really try. The babies are trying to walk basically all day, every day. They're really trying. They're actually trying. They're taking action. They're taking steps. Every time they fall down, they laugh. Or maybe they cry, but they still try again that same day and the next day. That's it. That analogy of the baby learning to walk is everything in your life. Anything that you want to do, that you know you're meant to do. Imagine if you pursued it the way the baby pursues learning to walk. Not thinking about, what if I don't make it? What if I can't? What if, they're not thinking about any of that. You know that. You know they're not thinking about any of that stuff. They're just doing it because it feels right in their bones for them to be trying to do that. And then they've got some people close to them that love them, that are cheering them on every step of the way. And then what do you know? Eventually, they learn to walk. Eventually, you learn to get and stay decently jacked effortlessly. You learn to be more grateful for everything that you have while wanting to pursue infinitely more things. That's how it works.